Welcome to TJ Walker Interactive. Now's the portion of the show where we turn it over to you. Any question you have about an item in the news or how to speak, how to communicate, looking at PR flubs, PR wins of the day, just ask your questions. You can type them right into the box on your screen. If you're watching this on demand on YouTube or tjwalker.com later, still type in your questions. We'll get to them the very next day. We're live here every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Mike, Jennifer, thanks for joining me. What are the questions for the day?
Our first question comes from answers.com from Sarah. She read your blog this morning and she wants to know, with regards to the Google unveiling the reading level of some of these websites, including TMZ, that it seems to be written for 12-year-olds, why do you think that websites are dumbing down their language when in a world where we have so much available and so many education tools available to us, why are they doing this?
Well, if TMZ is writing it to make it accessible to 12-year-olds, it may be because they want 12-year-olds to read. I mean, 12-year-olds are of interest to some advertisers. For those of you who haven't followed this, Google has changed its basic analytics, and they now let you know what the reading level is of various websites. So this can be helpful. And I think that we got to be careful about just knocking a website because they make it accessible to people, high school, junior high school, middle school. The problem is what you say, not how you say it. If you're saying stupid, mean, vicious things, it doesn't matter if you use big words or not. TMZ was mocked, though, by Gawker, saying their grade level is only about that much higher than Nickelodeon's, and Nickelodeon's is geared towards 9-year-olds.
TJ, crisis communication company of the day, and Gap finds themselves once again in the news. Earlier a few months ago, they came out with a logo that did not strike the fancy of many people, and now word comes that they're trying to do something nice for charity, but the charity item that they are trying to sell, a made in the USA bag, is not really made in the USA. It's made in China, so they were trying to do something good for the holidays, but now it's backfiring on them. What should their next step be to get out in front of this story?
Well, they need, I believe, a video from their CEO publicly apologizing, saying, I apologize, I take responsibility, this is embarrassing, admit the obvious, admit that it's embarrassing, and try to figure out where the problem is and say, we've corrected it and we're going to do better next time. Do that quickly. It'll be a one-day story and it will go away.
TJ, one more question coming to you. The top 10 buzzwords were released this year on LinkedIn, words that were used on LinkedIn. How does someone go about differentiating themselves? You know, we speak about, commonly used phrases when people are putting together their resumes, their cover letters. Those are now just becoming passé. What should people do now to set themselves apart? Should they try to find new words? Should they stick with the old words? What's your take on building out your resume, building out your profile on LinkedIn?
Well, forget about the buzzwords and just be specific. Don't say I'm results-oriented. Say I raised $7.2 million in venture capital for the last company I worked with. You don't have to say results-oriented. If you're saying I raised $7.2 million, that is specific. The problem with these words is not just that they're buzzwords, but they're abstract. I'm results-oriented. I am, entrepreneurial. Don't tell someone you're entrepreneurial. Tell somebody, I had a new idea for this product and I took it from concept to the marketplace where it's now selling $2 million a month. That, I'll figure out you're entrepreneurial. Don't use other people's labels. Be specific. Tell your story and you can't go wrong.
TJ, someone who is telling her story on Twitter is a mother who just signed a deal with CBS to get a TV show made of her Twitter feeds, and CBS already has a show that's on the air, Stuff My Father Says, and now comes this Twitter feed from a mother. Where are we going with this? What is the creative process going to be in Hollywood now with entertainers like Justin Bieber getting so big from YouTube and now these Twitter feeds that are just blowing up? Are the traditional models of creativity in Hollywood out the window now?
Yes, the traditional model of, hey, let's spend millions and millions and millions of dollars getting together a bunch of unknown actors and produce 50 pilots throw a bunch of them up against the wall, maybe air 3 and one of them becomes a real show. That simply doesn't work anymore. It's too wildly inefficient. It's too risky. The folks at Hollywood, the folks at CBS are trying to do what all of us are trying to do. Minimize risk, increase the odds of something succeeding. If you can look at somebody's Twitter following or their blog and see, wow, they already have a huge following. They already have fans. They already have people who are interested in what they do. Then it's much less risky to give them a show because you have a built-in audience. So this is a trend that's been going on for quite some time. That's why you see, someone like Anderson Cooper do well in one medium and boom, he's got book deals, and then CBS 60 Minutes wants him, and then a syndicated show. It's happened for a long time. Anyway, I think it is going to continue to the point where nobody is going to get to just have some new show on a network. You're going to have to prove your following in the social media space first. And I don't know that that's a bad idea. Why not prove yourself? If you can't get an audience in social media, why do you think you should be able to in the broadcast medium?
That's all the time we have today. Thank you, TJ, and thank you for joining us at tjwalker.com. Join us back here every day, 2 p.m. Eastern Time.